I mean, it's a ridiculous accusation. Let me tell you what the previous administration did. They had 13 people killed in Afghanistan. Nobody was held accountable for that at all. We had Lloyd Austin, who was our defense secretary, vanish in critical condition in the hospital, and the Biden administration didn't even know about it. We got more coverage of what I will admit was a ham-handed and screwed up addition of a media member onto a group chat than we did 13 dead soldiers in Afghanistan and a defense secretary that went AWOL, and his number two was actually on vacation.
The Trump administration's role in the Afghanistan withdrawal. 1. The Doha Agreement, February 2020. Trump's administration negotiated and signed a deal with the Taliban in Doha, Qatar. The key terms included: U.S. would withdraw all troops by May 1, 2021. Taliban would not attack U.S. forces during the withdrawal. Taliban would start intra-Afghan peace talks and prevent terrorist groups from operating. What Trump did not secure was any enforcement mechanism if the Taliban violated terms. A real peace agreement between the Taliban and Afghan government. A way to gradually reduce U.S. presence while maintaining stability. 2. Undermining the Afghan government. The Trump administration excluded the Afghan government from negotiations, which severely undermined their credibility and authority. That left the government weak and isolated once the U.S. pulled out. 3. Prisoner release concessions. Trump agreed to release 5,000 Taliban prisoners, many of whom later rejoined the fight. This gave the Taliban a major boost. Biden's inherited situation. By the time Biden took office, the U.S. had only 2,500 troops left in Afghanistan. If Biden broke the agreement, the Taliban vowed to resume attacks. He delayed the withdrawal to August 2021 instead of May, but followed through on the Trump plan, trying to avoid another war flare-up. Why it's not acknowledged? 1. Political narrative. Conservatives often frame Biden's execution of the withdrawal as a disaster, without acknowledging the trap Trump set up. It's easier to point fingers at Biden than explain the full context. 2. Media bias and simplification. Cable news often simplifies stories for impact. A chaotic withdrawal with tragic imagery, like the Kabul airport scenes, is easier to pin on the current president than to explain a multi-administration failure. 3. Partisan hypocrisy. Many who supported Trump's plan to get out of Afghanistan flipped when Biden actually did it. It's selective outrage.